Hi guys, Tartan Spartan here, and this is the next Sunday special that we're doing. This one is Age of Wonders 3. Now I've just jumped in the middle of a game at the moment. I've got both the expansions for it. And we're currently playing as the Elves. This is on a medium map, it's just a 1v1. The enemy team will be down here somewhere, but that's not really what we're focusing on just now. We're just going to kind of focus on some of the kind of adventuring sort of aspects of the game and the city building and stuff, rather than the fighting other civilizations, because it's much the same thing. Here, as you can see, we've got an offer from a hero to join us. Unfortunately we can't afford them. Wouldn't have hired this one anyway, because we're playing as the Elves and we're more like using kind of, basically we're not really using skills that would be a good hand for this guy to help us, and we're using different types of heroes and so on. Anyway, this came into a village. This is a settlement that I just built a couple of turns ago. It's still needing built up. And we've managed to get, well not managed, we've started producing a few units because there's an event that happened last turn, where, is this one of them? This might be one of them. There's this fire rogue or something. I can't remember what it's called exactly. But basically there's this kind of rogue who has a bunch of fire based magical items and a bunch of kind of fire based followers, and they have spawned in and they're going to be attacking us, so we want to get a wee bit of an army built up to defend our cities. This one should be fine in here really, because they would need to come through mountains or walk this way, so we'll get a bit of advanced warning if they decide to attack us. And we've got this army down here, which is the one that I'm more using to kind of go about and actually fight people. I'm thinking we might take on this, the Shrine to the Scarlet Destroyer thing. I want this at some point, but because it gives you plus 50 casting power, which is that kind of wee icon up here. You can see that down there in the description where it says Box of Cataclysms, but it says also that a cataclysm befalls the world in the next turn and you need to choose which it is, so we're going to hold off in that for the moment. Oh yeah, something else we've been doing, we have also been summoning some of these things in, because you can summon things as certain units. Our leader is a Druid right now, because the Druid boosts summoning and archery stuff, whereas the Mage is the other good class for the Elves, which is, or the Sorcerer rather, which does like shock damage and so on, which some of our units, as you can see here, do shock damage, so yeah, things like that. It's good to try and synergise your class with the different hold on. Yeah, sorry, it's good to try and synergise your class with the race that you're picking. Let's go into a combat here then. This should be a fairly easy fight, I imagine. But yeah, as you can see, that, I don't know if you noticed that, but we'll see it in a wee second. That was a human halberdier there. That was in a, oh fuck, that guy's been setting fire. That was in the unit on his own. Where is he? Is he here? Ah, here he is. Just checking. Right, okay, so they've been setting fire, which is not good at all. But yeah, no, as you can see, this is a human, whereas the rest of us are elves. How that works is there are wee cities scattered around the map, and you can befriend them, and basically then you can eventually take over that city, like peacefully. They become a part of your empire, or you can just attack them. And then the population of that town, which in this case was humans, stays the same unless you decide to change it, and then you get to kind of produce human units and so on, and it kind of, you know, gives you different bonuses and stuff, and it's just kind of nice to have a bit of a diverse empire at times. Right, okay, they're a wee bit further away than we'd like. What have we actually got? Okay. What should we do? See, twist and root. No, sorry. root spears. That's something that I've liked to do because it damages them, as you can see there, 14 to 20, plus it has a 55% chance to remove all of their movement points. They resisted it unfortunately, but we've taken them down to about half their health, so it's not all bad at least. Let's go up to... yeah, let's go up to here. Still a wee bit far away. It's better to do the 2 hits than it is to just do the 1 though, so we'll just go for it there. And then let's move these guys up. Let's change their position a wee bit. Put them on guard. And... see, if we charge them, we get an extra bit of damage, but that's so far away that we only get 1 move, so I'm thinking that we'll teleport over here, and... oh no, we only get 1 attack anyway. But, never mind, that was a bit pointless. Yeah, now we get to move our guys that have been set on fire. That's damaged their morale, as you can see there. Plus... that's also going to damage them every so often. Don't think we can really actually target them from here anymore. Oh, yeah, we can. Right, well they're almost dead. If they melee attack them, then these guys will hit them back and they'll die anyway, so... oh good, now this unit's been immolated too. That's a lot of damage. Shit. Oh, they've done that too. Right, now let's see here. Right, let's do that, that'll kill that. Okay, there we go. And then let's just hit this once, because that will definitely kill that. They have the first strike though. Let's just do it with these guys. There we go. That's not as good, but oh well. Now we'll pretty much kill them, I believe. Is that it? Wait, is someone still alive? Have they got... oh crap, no, they're still alive, it's just they've only got 1 health. I couldn't even see them there, shit. Right, oh well. There we go, got them that time. So yeah, that's just an example how it works. That wasn't my smoothest fight ever. I was just gonna try to give some examples how it worked though, but it was easy enough. Like nobody died, so that's fine. But yeah, see all these wee things you're seeing here. As you can see, some of them are in these like in the boundaries of my empire, or at least that city. So if you get these things in the boundary, then it provides things to your different cities that they're associated with. So as you can see, this gives you 15 mana per turn, which is this stuff, and 5 knowledge, which is what you use for research. You use mana for casting spells, obviously. 10 gold, which is up here, and all that sort of thing. So that's generally how that works. We're gonna expand this city soon, I imagine. It might grow a wee bit. It'll probably grow a wee bit actually, after I've built another couple of buildings that I need to do. So we'll need to go kill the Guardians for this so that we can get control of it, but we'll not have time to do that in this episode anyway. As usual, these are all going on for about half an hour, so that's what we'll do. Hopefully we'll get a decent bit of stuff done. Thankfully these guys won't be able to move very far, because well, they're in mountains, and that's a range. Yeah, that's 14 movement points. They'll only be able to move 2 squares because this unit's only got 28 movement points. This can fly, so that reduces some of the cost for it, but because this can't fly as well, you can only move as fast as your slowest unit basically. As you can see here, this guy's only got 1 left, but these guys have all got like 9 left. Oh, that's good, we got an extra 1900 for the population. That'll have taken the time for the population to grow down a wee bit. As you can see there's the constrained, that's taken some of the growth off of us. That's because we've got a border where it meets here, unfortunately, so they can't grow down this way anymore. They can only grow over these sort of ways. That's kind of how they punish you for making your things too close together, but you don't like want them too far away. And this was actually, as I said, this was another elf settlement that wasn't actually mine. I didn't make this one. It was an independent thing, but I befriended them enough that they joined me, and this one was one that I settled myself, and that'll probably get kind of caught up soon enough. But basically this thing down here is a farm, and that'll kind of offset the constrained thing to a degree, plus all of these things give you more population as well, so I wasn't too bothered by it. These things are more difficult because, as you can see, mythical, we won't be strong enough to take that on yet. Are we doing more recruiting here? We are, yeah, and I'm getting Union Guard here, which are pole arms, because this thing makes your pole arm units better, basically, because it's got a building called the Pillar of Stylites, which is another good thing for getting like kind of these kind of quest buildings cleared out, is they provide some unique bonuses. We're just going to not move these guys just now, I don't think. We're going to keep them in place. So let's move this one up a wee bit. Don't know what we're going to do with these guys actually. I guess we'll just move them in here. Because if you've got like any units, we don't want to move them too far away though, just in case they get attacked. But yeah, you don't want to leave too few units in a settlement, but generally speaking, if you've got like a couple, then most of the enemy will just kind of leave you alone. No, still not now. Don't want him anyway. Excuse me, my throat. I've been speaking like pretty much solidly for about 3 hours now, and my throat is absolutely killing me. Sorry, just taking a wee sip there. What do we want to build? I'm thinking a wall, because if we get that, then we can get the stone wall, which will increase the boundary of this place by an additional 1 tile radius. So we'll be closer to getting this. We'll be able to get access to this one at least in the next 6 turns, which improves happiness. And then after that, we'll be able to take that as well, but I don't actually think that gives you any bonus actually, so never mind. Oh shit. No, fuck, that is not good. That's a vampire spider. Right, okay, we'll try not to do that fight on the screen, just in case that's something any of you guys are too bothered about. Ah, fuck, right. You know what, we're actually going to spawn another one of them in here, and I'll move it next turn. Is there any more things being built here actually? Yeah, one of them. Okay, so we're going to bring... is it 2 of the Union Guard? I think we're going to bring 2 Union Guard down here when they're made, and then move on them. And that should be at full. Yeah, let's do a lab. Get our research put up a wee bit. We're going to keep them here as well again, just so that we're... oh no, wait, no. We can move this turn. I forgot that I pressed end turn. Excuse me. Right, now what should we do with these guys? I don't want to attack this yet, because I don't really think I'll be able to get out of this one without any significant damage. Like, I will probably lose a couple of units if we attack it, because these guys resist shock damage, which is what these 3 units put out. They all Storm Sisters? They are. Interesting. And that's a Frost Elemental, so that doesn't resist it, and that's an Obsidian Wyvern, so they're just powerful units though. Obviously, because you can see that looks pretty powerful, doesn't it? Looks a wee bit goofy, but also pretty powerful. Where's the Sable go? It's able to come up to about here within 1 turn. So we're not within range to be worrying. Hopefully they don't take over this. I don't think the AI attacks other AI settlements, but I'm not sure. Yeah, no, I'm not sure what to do with this just now. I'd like to maybe make a settlement over here. There's a couple of gold mines, but we're not going to do that for a wee while anyway. What's down here? We can maybe take that on. It's just that that's a bit close. It's really just because of the Phoenix, because I don't actually think I've fought a Phoenix that I can think of. Oh, what? And you need to kill that in one turn. It regenerates all its hearts at the start of its owner's turn. Does that mean in combat, or does that mean like the overworld turn actually? That's an interesting question, or does it mean both? Because if it's all in one turn, I don't even know if we've got enough damage output to even do that actually. What's over here? Ah, that's more high elves. It's a trading post actually, that's not bad. I think we'll wait a wee turn or two though just before we attack that, just so that we can get some health back. Oh, and there's another fucking spider. Or maybe attack what? We'll attack that I think, just so that we're able to get a wee bit more experience before we move on. We'll attack these two and then we'll maybe come down and take that on. That seems like a better idea, doesn't it? Here they come. Right, okay, they're heading off. I'm not sure where they're coming from. I think it might be down here then. Because I've still not figured out 100% how it works. Where you get the Roman armies from, but I do think it's based upon if you've got like occupied layers within a certain distance of you. Right, we are going to just do merchandise just now. What should we research? This is kind of interesting as well, because your these things, like the research that you get, depends upon the class and what empire you're playing as, well, what species you're playing as. And the techs are kind of randomised as well though, so you'll get some of them in order, but then there's other ones that kind of just come out randomly. Almost like they'll just, when you've researched something, something else will get produced. I think we're alright. We don't want to go attack that yet, honestly. We'll maybe go do that in a bit, but not right now. I think we'll maybe do it next turn, or well, actually it'll be in 2 turns when we've got this guy. No, sorry. Oh no, it'll be 3 turns. We've got this guy. Right, let's try and just push through those then, shall we? Oh, you can let them run if they decide to not stand and fight, or you can attack them and just you run them down. You don't actually fight them. That changes your alignment, which changes how you interact with people, and they give you different bonuses and so on as well. I'm thinking it's a good guy, so we're going to let them run, especially since they're elves. Right, the dwarves though, obviously they're not going to run away. You can auto-resolve it. If we auto-resolve that, I imagine we'll finish it without losing anyone, but let's just attack it, because why not, right? Let's make this a wee bit more interesting, because I auto-resolve most things unless I think it's going to be kind of tricky, just for time saving purposes, honestly. You can change the speed as well now. Like that makes it really good slow. It's just normal speed, but I usually just kind of put the speed up a wee bit just so that we're not watching for too long. Oh yeah, we can pretty much just wipe him out in 1 turn really. They don't have great units actually. Oh, that's good. What's this? Fire spit, why have we got that? Oh, we've all got it because we took that building, I believe. Let's do that. Target all spectres. Because we can take them out with this now. There we go. Can we not change their orientation? No? Okay, we can't change their orientation, that's not great. And you know, because we might as well just cast the spell again. Root Spears is definitely one that I like best, honestly. Because it does quite a lot of damage, and again, got a fairly decent chance to make them unable to move. Unfortunately they did. There was one point where I managed to just pin one of the like really big spiders in place for about 3 turns, and we just killed all the wee small ones around it. So that pretty much gave us like a clear line to victory without losing anyone, which was good. No, that's too far away. Won't do proper damage. You know what, we might as well just do it, because not do it. Plus we've stunned them, which is good, because we got 3 attacks in there, well 3 attempts anyway rather. And we can't reach anything else, so, and they can't reach us either, so we might as well just shoot this. Oh, we got critical there I think. Yeah we did, because you saw that thing, the big smiley happy face. That's because we've got higher morale, that makes it more likely. Oh, we're in dislike terrain though apparently. I'm not sure what that is, might be wetlands or tropical or something. Yeah, I think it's tropical actually, by the looks of that tree that was over there. That looks kind of tropically, doesn't it? The vines and stuff. Yeah, and let's just go kill that. There we go. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Now let's just use the same spell. This is relatively early on in the game, like I've not got like a dead powerful character yet. Let's just do one. No. Come on, get out of the range penalty, there we go. Oh, and we cut a critical again, nice. So yeah, that'll make it definite that thing's gonna go down. Did we even really take any damage during that fight? I think someone got hit with 1 crossbow shot, but that was it, wasn't it? Yeah, this guy got hit with 1 crossbow shot. Easy enough. And we're getting more gold as well, which is good because now we can actually build some things. Unfortunately we're not huge fans of any of this terrain really, because it's tropical. It's like these guys, they don't like tropical. Oh, neither do any of us actually. We don't like tropical. I don't like tropical either, to be fair, so I can't really blame them. Right, let's end the turn again. I think we're just going for like another 10 minutes or something. I'm thinking that's what we're going to do for a wee while now, is we're just going to kind of give examples of some strategy games that I play for the Sunday specials, at least for a wee while, just because that's what I've been playing recently. Don't know where they went. The spiders that were kicking about near us. Sorry, somebody just came in there. Well, I don't know why it's really irritating when they knock and just come in anyway. Like, why bother knocking, you know? Yeah, I think we're just gonna do the wall. Yeah, we'll just do the wall. Yeah, the wall's fine. The wall's fine. That'll do. Let's do this as well. We've got quite a bit of money now, actually. No, we're waiting still. We're still waiting. We're all just going to be waiting. Hold on, I'm just going to save it. Yeah, there we go. Okay, here we go. This one's going to be a little trickier, I imagine. Excuse me. At least they're coming to us. That means that we're going to get a few more attacks off, I imagine. Right. Again, we're going to just try and immobilise them. At the very least damage them. Oh, they resisted it. We've not been getting lucky at all with this, have we? Great, that wasn't worth the closing the distance, I don't think. Right, so there's a 20% chance of stunning per attack. There we go, we stunned that one at least, so they're not going to be able to move. The High Elf Swordsman can barely move any distance at all, it's quite irritating, honestly. No, we got criticals, but it was only one extra damage though. Oh, damn! We got a critical there, I think. That was like 38 damage per hit, I think that was. Is that everyone? Yeah, them guard, there's no need for it really. So I think only these two are going to be able to move. Oh, that's a lot of damage actually on them. Oh shit, and they've teleported of course. Oh, we might, yeah, let's take, we're going to be able to take them out actually. Yeah, they've leveled up. Oh shit. That's the 1 health again, fuck off, that is the biggest pain in the arse ever. They resisted it again, god damn it. 12, that's 12 to 18, so on average that means we'll kill them, but... There we go, just killed them. The annoying thing is, this unit with 1 hit point is still going to do its maximum amount of damage that it can. Right, okay, we're going to have to just attack this with someone. That's really annoying though. It's a pure waste. We will kill that. And they will not kill us in return. Okay, so that's good. The reason that the attacks are going through really quickly is because I'm double tapping the right stick, the right mouse button, sorry, not the right stick. Yeah, so here we go, we've got level ups, I'll show you how that works as well now. Basically, that's part of the kind of RPG-ish type part of it. Your characters can level up, like this guy can level up, he's 1 XP away for leveling up actually, that's a shame that we're going to miss that. And so do your units, so they get more powerful the more they fight, so as you can see these guys are just getting like some stat buffs, but that was like a combination of boosts and buffs. But at veteran there, as you can see, if you look at the bronze medal, it says inflict bleeding wounds, which means that the enemy take a couple extra damage points per turn, or there's a chance of it happening. And then down at elite near the bottom they get first strike, which is good as well. And then these guys get things like extra kind of bonuses, like Dispel Magic is at veteran, which is the next ranking, and these guys up here, as you can see, because they're elite, have the inflict stun thing, which is really good because that actually stops units being able to do anything at all. So yeah, they're all kind of different things. Oh yeah, and you sometimes get equipment. That's actually quite good. It's not the best for us because we don't use gas stuff though, or at least the poison stuff. Plus 4 move points is, excuse me, good though, so I think we're going to sell that stuff though for gold. And yeah, let's just come back over here now just in case. Where's that Phoenix gone? It might be in here somewhere, we don't know. Right, anyway, let's end the turn. We'll see if the leader levels up, because I think oh shit, there it is. Right, we're going to auto-combat this, because I don't want to have to fight that Phoenix. Oh, we didn't lose anyone, that's good. And this guy's been upgraded to Champion, actually. That's really good. Champion tier 1, because then that's one that you just keep getting, so basically your health goes up by 10 every time Oh yeah, and that's something else as well. You get breakdowns, all the different things that units have, like their protections. Elves are usually weak to this, but we've given this guy here a skill. Where is it? Yeah, spirit. No, it's not that. Where is it? Yeah, natural immunity. That's one of his bonuses that you can pick because you are a druid, which increases your army's protection to that stuff by 40, sorry, but it only works for the 5 units that he can command. And we've got a bunch of points over here, as you can see as well. Has he leveled up? Yeah, he has leveled up actually. So that's something else as well. Now we can pick something for him. Don't know what we're going to pick for him actually. Entangling touch isn't bad actually. I don't know, we're not going to pick in just now because I know that in a couple of levels there's something powerful that we can pick, but I think it costs 15 points. So we're going to metagame a little with that. And then, you know what, I think that's about time. We're going to call it there, I think. That's just kind of a wee demonstration of how the game works. It's not, I've not done the best, obviously, at demonstrating how it works, but I think it's quite a fun game. I've been playing it a lot recently. In fact, let's just save the game a second and I'll show you something. There we go. And let's exit. I'm just going to show you just how you can kind of set up the games and stuff. There we go, sorry. Yeah, so new random map. There's a campaign and stuff, but you can pick all the difficulties in that, obviously. So yeah, and then there's different map sizes, small, and then there's like extra large, which is like ridiculously big to be fair. I usually just play medium or large because I like bigger maps, but like extra large is insane. You need to basically like fill it up with like, I think it's 8? Yeah, 8. You can do random type of maps, one land, one with continents, and then one with islands, just kind of basic. But you can go into advanced here, and you can pick the size of the starting town. You can pick if you get starting town or not actually. You can pick the starting kind of quality of units that you get, the starting distance for everyone, how many roads there are. Roaming units, treasure, cities, dwellings, resource structures, visit structures, treasure structures. If you can go above ground or just below ground or both. I'm actually wanting to do an underground one, orcs versus goblins versus dwarves, I think. That's kind of one that I'm wanting to pick. And then you can pick the type of terrain and so on that you get. You can pick how likely things are to appear, because the different races get different bonuses against different land types and so on. You can pick the type of different victory and all that. That's just kind of basic stuff. And you can pick a few other different options here. And then you can pick the leaders, and there's like a bunch of different classes, like all of these classes. This one is from an expansion that I've got, and then you can pick all these different races as well, and then you can like make your own ones over here, with all of these ones. All like different races, different species and all that. So yeah, no, it's quite a in-depth game actually. There's a lot of customization and replayability to it, and there's the campaigns as well, and some scenarios and stuff. Oh yeah, and there's a Steam Workshop for it as well, so there's loads of different things. Definitely, again, I'd recommend picking it up if you're interested in strategy and fantasy stuff. Anyway guys, thanks for watching. Please remember to leave a like, share, comment and subscribe. Also if you can, tell a friend. I've been Tartan Spartan, and I'll see you all next time. Oh, also, while we're here actually, if you're interested in seeing any other strategy games, just kind of let me know what ones you may be interested in seeing, because I've got a few, and if I've got them, I'll give them a wee go. So that might, you know, let you know if that game looks interesting to you or not. Anyway guys, thanks for watching, I'll see you all next time. Bye.